Gather round for another tale of the X and One Legion cast. It's me, Randy, with Matt and Mitchem. How's it going, guys?
I hear Mariah Carey. She's in the house. I hear the song. She's been set free.
It's not Sabrina Carpenter. Is she not taking over yet?
No, absolutely not.
No, that's
Sabrina Carpenter is merely,
absolutely not. Okay.
She's merely the harbinger of the Christmas Galactus that is to come.
Yep, no,
that's fair.
It's that time of year. Kind of crazy. So
Thanksgiving's late this month too, so it's really compressing the Thanksgiving Christmas time together,
which is not a bad thing.
So. Yeah, no, I try to respect Thanksgiving in my household. No one else does though, so kind of a losing battle. But they're free now, so Christmas time.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Yeah. Anyways, I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I'm here. So if my voice is a little scratchier, apologies.
Or you're welcome.
But hobby harassment has to march on. I want to go first. I'm excited. My Bamboo Labs P1S came in. I got that set up. I've been printing stuff. Here's an X and One POI. It came off the flex build plate so easy. I was so happy.
It feels good.
I remote printed something from work the other day. I was watching it on my camera. I was like, I was.
What a time to be alive.
I know. I had printed these little Nintendo Switches for my kids' Elf on the Shelf, so I'm going to paint them. So the Elf on the Shelves are going to be playing them. I think I'm going to print off screams from the video games we got them for Christmas as like a spoiler and see if they figure it out. My son will figure it out. He's 3. But
big brain.
But
big
my daughter, she might
foreshadowing.
She might catch on, yeah.
That's cool.
I'm like a Christmas Machiavelli over here.
Man, speaking of the Switch, are we excited for Switch 2 to come out? There's been some interesting games that they've announced on it. I know I'm derailing us. So
no, you're good.
I am just because kids love Switch.
Yeah,
that's what I can play with them. And then I was looking the other day. There's a Star Wars collection game for Switch. It's got like Unleashed, both KOTOR games, Clone Commando.
Oh shit.
Jedi Outcast. It's got like 7 great Star Wars games on
there. How much is that?
It's like 35, 40.
That's worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
I know I have a Knights of the Old Republic game going on when my wife and I we took our honeymoon, and I played that on the plane. So I played a good like 10 hours of it there and back, and I haven't touched it since. So,
dude, if we ever could get Legion Old Republic, like that would be.
Jeez.
Listen, AMG, if all this starts falling off so hard, which we're gonna kind of talk about a little bit later with being able to buy stuff, just give me Old Republic Legion and we're all right back in there, baby.
I'm picturing the Sith troopers with like the shiny metal armor they had, like black underneath, shiny.
And all the Jedi are decked out,
and all the
armor too.
Like Sith.
It's like Knights and shiny. It's like medieval Jedi times. It's so great.
Chef's kiss for sure.
I honestly. The Knights of the Old Republic, I loved the story so far, and the characters are fantastic, but man, the gameplay is just so dated.
Have you finished the story?
I have not. No,
it's one of the best twists.
Do you know the plot twist?
I don't know.
Okay,
I know
whoa. Okay, don't look it up.
I won't. I haven't. I know nothing.
I played it when it was new, and it was like,
oh yeah.
So,
man, the
if you can go 20 years and not get spoiled for this, like just keep on. Oh my!
I gotta remember where I am. I think I was doing a dual or a double-bladed lightsaber build. I think.
Okay,
light side, I believe.
Yeah, I think min max is supposed to be 2 lightsabers, but you do you, boo boo.
Hey man. I'm not a min-maxer.
Have Force Strain for the boss fight.
I can't even go X and 1 at a tournament. So,
KOTOR 2, I think, makes the gameplay improves, but they drop the ball in the ending.
I think they literally ran out of dev time.
Yeah, it's like Halo 2, where the ending just kind of just
Well, like
happens. Roll
the
credits.
real time, and then you can pause and do abilities and like all the
Mhm.
D20 rules. Like I've been so spoiled with recent RPG releases like Divinity Original Sin 2 and
Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've been spoiled. So like, sure, I don't even know if I could go back and play old Baldur's Gate because like the method of playing now and like RTSs and like turn-based strategy, like turn-based tactic games are like my bread and butter. Like I love those games, and I'm a sucker for a great story. It's really hard to get through the combat.
Mhm.
But I love the characters. I love the little guy you made at the beginning. I can't remember anyone's name. And the Jedi chick, she was cool. And then
Bastila.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't remember her
and then
name.
the dude, he's like a pilot. I can't remember. I don't know. I can't remember.
Karth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Karth
that's it.
Onassi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are like the only two that I've met. And then I think there's a Twilight character too that I just met. She's like a mechanic, I believe. I mean, I'm going on.
Yeah,
like,
and she's
two
got
years
a she's
ago,
got
so
a
played
actually-
she's got a
War
Wookiee she's
KOTOR
got a
2.
Wookiee buddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's where I'm at right now. I think I'm
Yeah.
on Kashyyyk or
I
Planet
think what
Adjacent
makes
or
it so
something like
fun,
that.
and we are wildly off topic on
Yeah.
our harassment, but what makes it so fun is that all the characters are like kind of the archetypes of the characters from the original series, and it's like you can kind of like bring them into your party. So like it's like what you like, what you don't like. So if you like the Han Solo Chewbacca thing, well, guess who you can have with you? You can have Karth or her and what's that girl's name? And Chewie. Like you can have like the thing, or if you want Jedi with you, you can have Jedi, and it's like a whole. I don't know. It's just an excellent game.
It is. It is a fantastic game.
So, okay,
Yeah.
Randy.
Okay. So I mean, it's a 9 out of 10 on. And
Yes.
it's by BioWare. So
But if you gotta avoid the spoiler, though, you gotta stop looking at it.
I know. I'm trying to look up character names without.
Oh my god. Anyway, so anything else, Randy? You done any painting lately? You got a 3D printer.
I did. I got this Vigo done.
Ooh. Is that the last of the green guys?
This is the first of the green guys.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah. I start with the Vigo, and then I work my way down to the chaff.
Love
and
it.
then I got this shotgun brawler for Flashpoint done.
Very cool.
It's not going to focus.
He's got active camo on. We can't.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. They did it.
He looked
Okay.
good. He looks
Okay.
good.
Very cool.
But yeah, just continuing on. I will get the official mini count here. I know everyone is waiting with a bated breath to know if I'll make it or not. So 53 out of 60. So 7 more. I got 7 more to do in the last month here. So not a big. Basically, I can finish this Black Sun squad and then I'm done. So
Doable. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Mitch, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I got nothing because I'm done. So I'm just been slowly working on my sleeper cell units. I was trying to get some done before the tournament, but that didn't happen. So it's just been slow going. I'm hoping to get some time over the holidays to wrap up my 3 squads and call it a year. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Word on the street is there's some Legion sales about locally. So this will come out a little bit late enough that I'll already have hit them before it comes out. So
Yeah. Yeah, I will be adding to my collection most likely this coming weekend. So I have another bus I need to paint, build, and paint.
I just picked up Bad Batch actually. They were on
Exciting.
sale. Yeah.
Exciting. I need to finish painting my Bad Batch. I kind of put them together and then never played them really. I feel like I haven't really fully played them.
Are you gonna paint them
Like
as Rebel
enough.
or Gar?
I think I'm leaning towards Rebel because I've primed them and dry brushed them with Rebel in mind, and then my crosshair is just sitting on the shelf. Honestly, that crosshair model is pretty sad, if you ask me.
Mm.
The way he's holding that rifle.
Not the most dynamic pose.
I think that's the least dynamic pose. I think
He's
I've
a
ever
sniper
seen.
rifle. Let's have him.
Let's have him
not
hold the
aiming
top
his
of his
gun.
gun. Yeah, not even.
Yeah.
Just I don't know.
Yeah, not the favorite sculpts I've ever seen from AMG, but you know,
After seeing the sleeper cell units, definitely sad. And now there were a few good ones. I do like the Wrecker model; it's pretty solid.
Hunter is
okay, and Echo's not bad. I like
Mhm.
Echo and Tech are pretty good. Omega is.
I don't like-
the problem is Wrecker and
Wrecker's too small.
Crosshair
Yeah.
were the two that you would have thought would have been like and they have great poses in Shatterpoint.
Yeah, they do.
Like I would have almost wished they'd just copy and pasted.
Yeah, just scale it down a little bit.
Yeah,
but it is what it is. They're fine.
I agree.
On the grand scheme of things, it's
they're
fine.
not bad. Just we know what you can do, AMG.
Sleeper Cell are just so freaking cool, and Riot Squad too. They look fantastic.
Yeah, the Riot Squad guys look fantastic. I love that shield. I mean, our buddy Preston painted his up. They look amazing, even in person too. I love what he did with the shield on differentiating the different squads that he has, and his K2 models look fantastic as well. So, yeah, I mean, great, and I'm expecting that level of quality for everything else coming out. So that's why I'm kind of on hold with my whole clones and everything because I want those new boys.
Going to hard plastic, I think, is going to be.
Oh, it's a game changer.
That big upgrade for a lot of stuff. Yeah. Because the hard plastic stuff is much better. Yes. Yeah. The new Rebel Empire core sets.
And this is the part of the show where Randy gets mad that we talk about Gar for 5 minutes.
I mean, at least we're talking about Legion instead of
Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of not Legion, I have been painting Halo Flashpoint. My elites. Wart.
Yes.
So there's then I've got
good.
I like the color. I know you're talking about that change.
I don't know if I can get it to do on the camera, but
I can kind of tell.
Purple.
Are you happy with the sword? Are you happy with that?
No. I've got the sword's not done yet. I'm gonna try to.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to thin out the sides a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really tough. I want like lightning effect, and I don't have like a single hairbrush. I don't know how I'm gonna get that the way I want it to be, but I might just punt on that. But new segment. Fluttercraft is still in the plastic wrap. I'm gonna open it.
All right, here we go.
Open it. It's my hobby journey.
Look at you. Two weeks in the making.
Construction has officially begun.
Look at that. Can't resell it now, baby.
Is this your first Fluttercraft?
Yes. I've been scared of them because they're so spindly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we got here?
So Matt, I think
this is called
every hobby harassment, you just need to be building that Fluttercraft and you'll be done by 2026.
Look at that. I'm terrified.
Just in time for a new sculpt to come out.
Look how thin.
The pieces for the model look like sprue.
Yes. Look how look, those are like little fans and
I can't
stuff.
tell what's a sprue and what's a piece, which is
I feel like this is just gonna snap. Right? My fat clumsy hands are gonna slip and just annihilate this.
Well, it could be a Fluttercraft that's already been shot down.
Let's look at the instruction manual here. You guys keep going. Actually, it's my hobby segment, isn't it? Oh,
is there actually an instruction manual? Okay, hot take. This may not be a hot take, but I miss the instruction manuals. I hate having to go online and do their stupid QR code and finding the thing online, and then my phone turns off because I have it set to a timer when it's inactive and I know I could change it. I just miss having the paper right in front of me. It was just.
I get it, but I'm glad they're saving the trees, especially with the
whatever.
We're gonna include 5 copies in every box. That way, we don't have to print for different.
Okay,
regions.
so my beef is
whatever Lorax.
I've gotten something maybe slightly before.
I think you learned the wrong lesson from that movie, Mitchell.
Yeah, but if I get a product a little early, and then there's no instructions because they're not up on the online yet.
Oh, I've been a pro of just putting it together without the instructions.
Gotta wing it.
You just okay, all the A pieces go together, and then all the B pieces go together.
So I'm already seeing a problem here where the Wookiee goes into the model before the model's finished. I'm gonna have to paint the Wookiee.
Ooh, you're gonna have to paint the Wookiee before you go.
Before I stick him in there.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I think it'll be easy to paint. You just gotta prime them and dry brush them.
Prime white, good contrast paint, mostly there. Okay. Well, I've opened the plastic. I've looked at the sprues, so that'll be enough hobby for this segment. Yeah. So the least in my real hobby.
Guys, listeners, do you ever have the problem of keeping your water glass too close to your paint rinsing glass?
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
And then you like have to stop yourself from accidentally dipping the paintbrushes in your drink glass?
I have a problem where I knock over every single thing of Nolan oil I have. Like
That sounds terrible.
It's funny you mentioned because
Or does it all look better afterwards? Like, does your desk look?
Oh, just
better?
my mouse pad is like stained from this Nolan oil. Like I've used literally maybe half of this, and the rest I spilled.
Yeah, I did that too.
So
you know what sucks is that you probably dumped out like $6 worth of that.
Oh no!
$8
Yeah,
bottle.
it was like don't cry over spilled milk. I was crying. I was crying over the spilled Nolan oil.
You're crying over $4 that you just spilled everywhere.
Yeah, I was like, no.
I was so pissed when I did that to mine.
Yeah, I'm also kind of hobby related. I'm really annoyed to find out that you guys get same day delivery on Amazon stuff.
On certain stuff, yeah, I can because I have Amazon Prime.
Sometimes I get it like within 12 hours. Like it'll arrive between 4 and 8 a.m.
Yeah, and sometimes if I order it early enough, it'll come like at 7 to 10 at night.
That just really annoys me because I'm like it's like 2 days for me to get something usually. Sometimes
it's
it'll
not
be next
everything,
day.
And then sometimes you have to order like $25 worth of stuff to get that. So
yeah,
easy when it's like diapers though.
That far out,
yeah.
So,
or Legion stuff.
Or Legion, so I need to know.
Yeah, pretty much. Or all my Magic stuff. Like most of my deck boxes have been like overnighted. So,
but speaking of needing Legion stuff now, there's a lot of stuff you are just out of luck on. Stock has become an issue for sure. And that's what we're going to get into today on today's episode. But first, we had a tournament at Gilded Grayland this past Saturday. There's a stream. You can watch 3 of the games that got played. Mitchem was on helping cast a little bit, but he was also TOing. So running back and forth and also entertaining my daughter for a little bit of it.
Loved every second of it.
And I got to play though. It was a good time. I definitely had some tough matches against some great players, but I enjoyed all of them.
Pretty stacked field, honestly. So everybody seemed pretty good.
Yeah.
So
all my games went through 5 rounds, so it can be done. It can be done.
Yeah. Just kind of going over some of the stats here from which you guys can check it out on Longshanks. William Page was finally able to get a LVO Invitational. He took the dub, 3-0 with Empire. Thought his list was pretty solid. Running Vader Den Krennic with just, Scout Troopers, a Strike Team, a Dewback, 2 Range Troopers, just kind of a handful of just like Empire stuff that we really haven't seen. Besides Krennic. But the way he plays lists is, he's a pretty aggressive tabletop player. So he just
you've heard of players adjusting to like the style of the game. The game adjusted to the style of his play.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the best way to describe this. So, he is really kind of got up. So, congrats to him. Him and Tyler will be at LVO. They were already planning to go, so now they can play in the tournament together, which is great. We did have a member of every faction make an appearance, so that was great. The tournament was only 10 players, unfortunately. We had a few drops, which, being around the holidays, not surprised, and we've had to shift around the date and everything. Just kind of going through this. My biggest takeaway, I think, is of the 7 of the 10 lists were actually submitted for like upgrades and stuff. So of those 7 lists that were actually submitted, only 2 lists had recon intel, or there were only 2 units with recon intel. I thought that was pretty. I think that's pretty telling.
8 points is a lot.
So 8 points is a lot. Yeah,
that's 2 targeting scopes.
Yeah, exactly. On 2 units. I've completely dropped recon intel for most of my lists. That's the first thing I drop. And
transponders.
Well, speaking of that, There were 12 copies of e-transponders in
Yep.
those 7 lists. So yeah, 1 recon intel for 2 e-transponders. Yeah, no brainer. Second most was prepared positions and tenacity. So lots of tenacities on heroes. Prepared positions, not surprised, and improvised orders kind of round out the top 3. So yeah. Also, Matt, to your liking, there were 5 ATRTs at the tournament. 5.
Yeah, I feel like they're pretty mainstream now.
I don't know why it separated them into 2 categories, but all 5 had the laser cannon.
That's probably the default option. I think everything else you're probably more niche.
I'm guessing they were all GAR ATRTs, right?
Yeah, because we had 3 GAR players. We had
Yeah.
3 GAR players, 3 Empire players, 2 Rebel, 1 Randy, and 1 CIS.
The laser cannon just makes sense for the GAR one so much because they've got the rocket gun for the other ranges.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you can make an argument for
occasional
the
flamer.
rotary gun, but I think just having an Impact 3
yeah.
range 2 to 4 gun is just fine. And it's a wall. It's a movable wall
Mhm.
that you can hide your arcs behind and stuff like that. So 5 Black Suns, all Randys. Only 3 ARC Troopers, which I thought was surprising.
All in one list.
All in one list, yeah.
I'm wondering if that's like they're worried
And
about
they
the
all
cost.
had the clone commander. So
Okay, they still do.
Yep,
Okay.
they still did. I think what I was talking to Tyler, and he brought, an impressive list here. Let me just pull it up. One of our GAR players that Randy had got to play. He ran his typical list, which I think is the meta list right now. But instead of running 3 clone commandos, he swapped it out for 3 ATRTs with a laser cannon. So he had Anakin, Padme, 3 Z6 troopers, 3 ARC troopers with a clone commander, and 3 laser gun ATRTs. So 3, 6, 9, 11 acts.
How did you do?
He ended up going 2 and 1.
Okay.
So yeah, lost round 2 to Cooper and his father that came down from Kansas. Cooper ended up getting second place. So
I feel like he's improved a lot.
he has. Yeah, his list was pretty solid. He was running Anakin, Clone Commander, Bad Batch, Z6 with an extra guy, 2 shotgun troopers with an extra guy, Delta Squad, and 2 regular commandos. So no arcs, but commandos and Delta. Yeah, I think he used Bad Batch effectively. He used Anakin pretty good. And yeah, commanders are still good. So commandos are still good. So yeah, nothing crazy. Really fun. Love the stream. Loved hanging out with Jerry. And OU got a win. So
gave away a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Gave away a lot of stuff. Yes, lots of stuff.
Love Jerry.
It was actually really cool being on stream, hearing from our listeners. We have Klaus from Norway. If you're listening, buddy, I saw you on stream. I'm going to give you a shout out. He was from Norway. We had a few guys from across the pond. Share something. Nope. We were going back and forth. He was pretty funny. I had someone ask me about my my hobby harassment, how that was going. So, and then they asked me about my my underworld Coruscant table that I guess I was planning on building. So yeah, going way back.
Yes.
Some early episodes, and I was like, man,
hold him accountable.
Yeah, really for real. So I gotta watch what I say because it's on record now. So
It's on record again now. Big dog.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, really fun. The next tournament we're gonna have is December 14th at Game HQ. So yeah, make sure you get signed up for that. We'll put a link in the description. And
I've
if you're
registered
available,
for it. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I registered for it though.
All right.
So
Yeah,
Okay.
I cannot be at that one, unfortunately.
oh,
so.
that means I'd probably be able to then. Since
that
Randy
one's going to
can't
be
there.
tough for me as well. The holidays coming up, and I mean, I think the best I could do is probably play the first two rounds and then bail. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do that.
We will have excellent price support there still, though.
Mhm,
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
mhm.
But there's quite a few people signed up for it already, though.
Yeah, there's
so.
10 already signed up right now, including me and Matt. Or Matt and I, sorry.
Yep, ready.
Yeah, it looks like we got some Texas guys signed up, and Henderson Rob's joining us again. So he's coming down. So that'll be good.
He's been down a lot.
Yeah.
So
It has Dylan. Dylan looks like he's going to play Shadow Collective.
you never know with that guy, that Joker.
I'm sure that's a troll.
But yeah, I'll
great.
if Vegas Rob's going to be there, I'm going to have to think about my list a little bit more because
We'll see if he's still playing those triple ATSTs. I think he finally got his win, so he might be
think
free.
if it travels well,
like
I don't
Randy
know.
is.
I feel like
That is true.
That'd be a good
That is true.
if you can have space that's secure for that height. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a great, just because that's so many points in such a small area. That's kind of like why I like back in Old Legion, I had my like Wookiee Yoda Chewie thing, and it was like 20 minis. I was like, this I can fit it in a little tiny, take it with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, exciting. Hopefully I can make it. Trying to venture out a little bit now.
That'd be exciting.
Baby's doing a little bit better, but
Good deal.
yeah, I missed out on this one though. So glad it was fun. It sounded like it was fun. I watched a little bit of the stream.
Stream was fun. We had a good time. Yeah, I was able to be on for the last round, and a good portion of the first round. So
it's cool.
Yeah, I like hosting. I forgot how much I like hosting stuff and answering questions. Not too bad on the question front. Just a lot of line of sight. Where I think we're kind of back to line of sight and cover checks and stuff like that, or silhouette. Like, can I see this, or is this in range? I'm trying to think. There were a couple unique like niche cases, but nothing outrageous. I can't remember anything crazy right now. So love the setup. The tables look fantastic. And thank you for Guild of Grayland for hosting us and providing this lunch. So yeah.
Sweet. Love.
You want to talk about any of your games specifically, Randy, or just
Sure. I can run through them. I'll go through my list real quick, I guess.
Sure.
I know. Gosh dang it, Mitchem. Gotta restart this whole thing now. No.
We do it live, baby.
I don't know. I'm gonna be playing some other non-Shadow Collective stuff next year just because I feel like I'm being forced to with lack of updates coming to of the Force. So I don't know how many people are that interested in my Shadow Collective list, but I think there's several ones of us out there. I was running Black Sun Vigo with Improv and Binox. A Chad Gar-Saxon, so Hunter, O-Push, Transponder, Combat Shield, the Rifle, and the Flame Projector. Bosk with Hunter and Scopes. 2 Black Sun Enforcers with Scatterguns, Vigos, and Scopes. Another one of those without Scopes. And then 2 Magdet Enforcers with the extra guy and frag grenades. 1 had environmental gear, because what else are you going to do with 2 extra points at the end? And then AA5 with Backworld Medic, Raiding Party Leader, and another AA5 with the Gonk Droid, Tactician, Frenzy Gunner, and the Quad Laser. Yeah, I think this is probably the most fun I've had trying to run Gar-Sax, and even going back to Legacy Legion. The 1,000 points is shining through. I can actually kit him out, which was probably always the intended design for him. I mean, why have that many slots, right, if you're not supposed to use them, I guess? So he's fun. He's still probably not getting the full squeeze for what you're paying for, but yeah, he's fun. My first game I played against Aaron, and he had a rebel medley. He had some sleeper cells, some big Ewok squads, 3 rebel troopers with Ion, Leia, and FD, and I think that's primarily it.
I think so.
We played the research, recover the research, and sweep and clear. And that game it ended up coming down pretty close to the end. I kind of won the right side against the sleeper cells fairly handily. And then the left side, I had sent the non-gun bus and a black center too. And I think I knew he was going to take it over. I just kind of delayed it for a round or two. Or research, you can just, if you can test, it counts towards your score. So I was able to keep units around there for a little bit. But it came down to, at the end, I killed Leia for bounty. And then I didn't realize it, but Aaron almost won still because he had charged in with Ewoks onto a Black Sun squad, and it was in my my deployment, right? So that would be 2 VPs on sweep and clear, and it probably would have turned the game in his favor. I'm not sure exactly, but it would have definitely. But it came down to be like 14-11 at the end, so it was close. But
would you make any changes if you're going to stick with this list?
Maybe try to find a way to get to 11x. That was a big problem for me, was just everyone was out acting me, so it was really hard to get ahead on kill power.
Okay.
To catch up. How I would do that, I'm not sure. But
do you feel like once you alpha striked your Black Suns, it was kind of like, that's like my one trick, now it's over? Or did you feel like you still had other tricks up your sleeve?
Because I had Bosk and Gar, I had a few more tricks.
Okay.
And I feel like that's kind of what I've been lacking in some of the other games I've played.
How'd you feel about Bosk, since he likes to operate at range 4?
He's a good partner with Gar. Because typically what I would do is use Gar to ping 1 health on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Now Bosk has Hunter activated for his shots.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think Bosk is never really... I mean, I think Bosk is good in any version of Legion. I mean, his command cards are solid. I mean, he does what he does well. I mean, he is a bounty hunter. Mm-hmm. He's a bounty hunter, and that's like what he does.
His biggest weakness is contesting points, because you just want him to stand still and shoot.
Yeah.
And then having to move him up the board is A, putting him in danger, and B, kind of annoying when it's like, I'd rather just aim and shoot. But
yeah.
Did you have a lot of luck with bounty? Did you get how many bounties did you get?
I got bounty in the first game and the second game.
Okay.
And so apparently no one knows what Gar Saxon's cards do but me, at least
Correct.
locally.
Facts.
And,
yes.
So true. that was the big trick I used in each of my games. So I used Gar's marked for elimination. Mm-hmm. He puts 2 suppression on a target, a commander and operative, and 4 observation tokens, and then Gar gets 2 aims. I never attacked that target with Gar though.
Oh,
so I would do that, and then I would draw a Black Sun, and then shoot with a Black Sun with 2 aims and 4 observation tokens.
Yeah,
onto the target.
That's pretty dirty.
Yeah,
it's pretty.
It was a good trick. And then Gar has 2 aims to either finish that person or go after somebody else. So it's a good trick. Which I feel like sometimes feels lacking when playing Shadow Collective, unless I'm playing Maul. but his are all pretty straightforward. But yeah, I think once I figured out, like, all right, play marked for elimination, but then use a different big hitter to actually hit that target.
Yeah. That's kind of, this is tangent, kind of where I'm at with Wookiees if you don't run Yoda. I know Yoda just got nerfed pretty good. But like if you run just Wookiees, the Wookiee cards aren't really flashy at all. And so you're pretty much your base 3, and then the Wookiee cards are situationally okay. So it's like you don't have, like Yoda, obviously all the cards are playmaking cards in different ways. And I feel like the same thing with, like, Bosk has a couple of really splashy cards, like the slot machine turn and then the double shot turn. And so, yeah, I think those are nice, really nice to have. I think to try to swing some stuff is to have a really flashy splash card to play down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I didn't even bring Gars 2 or 3 pip.
Yeah.
And then game 2, I played against William, and that was actually one of the stream games, so you guys can watch that if you want.
Yeah.
It was Bunker Assault and Sweep and Clear again. And that he had 12 acts, and so it was definitely an uphill. 12 acts, he's got Vader on the other side, so it's an uphill climb, and he had a lot of range 4 shooting too, so so it was a tale of two sides for sure. On the right side, the raiding party leader bus just went forward, and it died at the start of round 2, but it walled off so 3 Black Suns could move up. And pretty much how I lost the game was that right side just died a little too fast. And then the units over there, I left too many on like one or two guys, and so he just had plenty to score with. On the left side, he brought Vader forward. I did that mark for elimination trick and put 11 hits on him, but he blocked 8.
Gross.
With no dodges. So it was 3 wounds, and then but he was suppressed. I actually suppressed him. So he used, he had played Vader's Might to move that Black Sun squad in, and then he backed up a little bit to hit him. But I did kill Vader round 2. I put a couple more shots on him, and then the bus finished him off. But then Din had moved up, and Din was the bounty. And then I killed Din round 3. So things are going pretty good over there. And I didn't lose too much on that left side after that. But then, I just couldn't drop the guys quick enough. And there was one stormtrooper left, and he ran it into Gar. And so I couldn't send Gar to the right to go save things. Because he had the range. He could have started picking off the little guys. And then I made the mistake. I just sent him to the bunker to try and blow it up. Because I was like, oh, I'll get him and Bosk over there. But I guess I didn't read the card. So, like, it does an extra wound if you have a special forces or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter how many you have. It only does 1 extra wound. I thought it was for each you have on there. So, lesson learned. But it was a good game playing. It was fun to play against William. I haven't got to play against him a long time ago. I think he was running Vader Boba last time I played against him.
It's been a while.
He's an Empire faithful.
I was running Pikes back then though, and my strategy for Vader was like, I'll throw a Pike unit into you with a bunch of dodges.
Yeah.
So
have fun.
So it takes you 2 rounds to kill it.
Yeah.
That's my Vader strategy is I'm going to flip to armor on Wookiees and have a dodge. It's like, it takes you 3 rounds. It takes you 3 swings to kill me. So have fun.
But yeah, good game. And then I played Tyler. And so that was, we were playing shifting, which I knew he wanted to clump up, but it actually ended up hurting me more. So I just took the 2 on the right side, but I took it with 2 Black Suns, and then he just moved them away. So it's like I lost 2 units for nothing almost. And when I tried to bring one back to contest, I was giving up that point. And then they got shot to death. Because when Black Suns hit, it's great. But when they shoot and they miss a bunch, or the other person saves out, then it feels really bad. But I killed Anakin on either round 2 or round 3. Same, marked for elimination trick. He had Padme good though, so I didn't get the bounty on her with Bosk. And then he did the RT wall thing for the arcs.
How did the arcs feel now that they've been nerfed a little bit?
They still feel strong, but they don't feel unbeatable without the ranged 4 high velocity coming in behind them the whole time. And they didn't have all the strike teams, and it was just 3 instead of the 501st squad.
Well, I think Scott not being able to scout 3 onto the board and then move one more time and shoot range 2, I think is helped as well.
Yeah, so. Scout 2 on the board, but yeah, having the buses for walls is just a big help.
Yeah,
it kind of deterred the some of the diving, I think, with the arcs, because even if they could get to the range 2, they couldn't see the target to shoot it, except the bus. But
yeah, they're not going to really get much purchase on a bus.
So. Yeah. So, played that game, and I lost too much stuff again at the end. So we'll see. I'm probably I'm gonna try some Maul stuff next without the Darksaber. Maybe do some saber throwing.
Interesting.
So that'll be fun. And then been working on some Rebel lists too. So I'm gonna try and get some Rebels going back next year. I got to take over because I know Gar Ahsoka's coming. So
you got to do something because I'm about to sell everything. So because I'm excited to
and
play
then
Gar
Gungans will definitely be here before the end of 2025 for sure. So
you sure about that?
I'm just trying to manifest it, like, please. So then I won't be playing regular Gar. It'll be Mitchem playing regular Gar, and I'll be playing the native Gungans. I'll probably still be playing.
Please give New Merc Faction.
I low key want to play droids. I think
droids seem fun,
but everything I want to play, I can't get a hold of.
So deep Matt lore.
Is that a good segue, Randy?
No, because you called it out. Don't call
Mitchem,
out segues.
Yeah, he bullied me about this last time too. So I wanted to play droids when I first started playing Legion.
Yeah.
But Dylan and I split a core set, and he took droids. I was like, take whatever you want. So then I took clones, and here I am now, clone boy. So
that's what happened with Drew and I. Is I took clones, and he took droids, and the rest is
it because he loved Mountain Dooku?
Yeah.
I just thought droids would be fun. Did like a bunch of minis.
I definitely want to run like a bunch of B2s because I've always liked the B2s more than the B1s. And I like Grievous. I think he's a cool character. So I think like running a Separatist Invasion Force would be fun. And they got a lot of fun toys. I mean, they got the Spider Droids. They got the Aqua Droids coming up. They got the Crab Droids. They got the tanks. I mean, what's not to like? So,
yeah.
But it's just a lot of models you got to buy.
And you're right. They are models that are hard to get right now.
Yeah.
So we had kind of talked about discussing stock for the game currently, and it must have been kismet because people started talking about it on the Legion Discord too. And there was a handy spreadsheet someone had that I'll have to find their name. But
yeah,
they've been tracking it.
Man,
and I would say it's almost 50%.
It looks pretty close.
Yeah.
That Asmodee no longer has listed or is listed as out of stock. So you're really just hoping your local stores got it.
Yeah, no, it's so I guess a couple ways. Obviously, this is negative. That this is the thing. It feels bad to try to get into the game when stuff isn't available or it's priced ridiculously online because it's not in stock. So that's not great. Hopefully that is fixed come, next year when we get the full 2.6. There's a lot of pretty popular stuff on here that is just straight up non-stock.
Yeah. And I'll say beyond just getting into the game, but the game changed.
Mhm.
And man, the stuff I'm running doesn't feel good right now, and I want to try other stuff, but
Yeah.
you can't find more B2s, or it looks like buses are on this list, and dewbacks, and I know that Vader Immortal list is pretty popular right now.
Yeah.
Well, one of the first ones to go out, not that this is even popular, but the Saber tank has been out of stock for forever.
Yeah,
So
that was out of stock in like Legacy Legion too.
Yeah, it was
And
out of stock before 2.6.
I mean, the most notable thing on here is all of like the bulk items, like the core sets, the Battle Force boxes. Like those have been sold out for months and months. So like even if you wanted like the best bang for your buck items have been out for a while. I just did a quick of the 138 items, I guess, currently listed on their store, maybe. Well, the 138 items they've released, 55 of them are sold out.
And some are, like the old dice packs. That's just going away because there's
Yeah.
new dice packs now, right?
And some of them are like the new, like
And
it looks like,
like
General
priority
Veers.
supplies is going to be gone, right?
Yeah, priority supplies is gone. Like,
and
rulers
I think we
movement
kind of
templates
figured the stuff that's all getting the resculpts
Mhm.
would be
Yeah.
out of here soon, but
And the new cards, but like Clone Commandos are out of stock. Like they're one of the newest min units, so it's really frustrating because that's like a thing a lot of people are interested in. Like we've got people on the Discord asking if anybody's got Clone Commandos, and it's like I've got 3 boxes I haven't built yet. I feel kind of bad.
and B2's a core unit.
Yep.
Yeah, B2s have been a huge one.
And we know firsthand about that because we were hunting down one for our giveaway, and it was quite difficult.
And that was months ago.
Now, and that was a while ago. So that's kind of where we're at. So, and then Mitchell talking about droids. Persuader droid out of stock, Spider droid out of stock, Magna Guard out of stock. So it's like, hope you don't want to play experimental droids because those are tough pickings. So yeah, if you see, we'll link this in the description, and you guys can kind of look at it. So if you see some of these locally, and you're kind of on the fence,
You might go ahead and pick it up.
you might pick it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just to talk about it a little more, it's been a long lead time for this change coming up. And I guess just out of curiosity. Oh man, I think a plane's flying overhead. I don't know if you guys hear it or not.
I did hear that actually.
Yeah.
That's Superman.
Should they have waited to announce 2.6 to like now?
I don't know. I feel like it's
because it's going to be almost a year once.
It feels like it's a catch-22.
It will be a year by the time we get everything.
At the time, I was like, this is a great idea. Like, you got to do something. And now I'm like, I'm not sure. I also, the other thing is, what would it look like if they had not announced any of that? And we were still playing Old Legion now with no announcement in July.
Right. I feel like that would also be rough too, because we were all complaining about the staleness.
Mm-hmm. I think they knew they were in a rough spot, and they pulled the trigger on this. I think it's obviously not complete, so I think it feels a little rough. The stock issues almost hurt more than anything, because it really feels.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a hole, like you said, Matt. I mean, there's really no good way to get out of it. Because even if you just release the new missions without releasing all the new unit cards, I still don't think you do that, because you had to change so many keywords. Because you released a new core book that changed the game fundamentally, and then you release new missions to go along with that, and erase changed or got rid of a bunch of keywords. Well, that just destroyed certain units.
Yeah.
So you had to release the new units that were the
These
most
missions weren't
effective.
meant to be played in a world with fire support.
Yeah, there's no way. Oh god,
Yeah.
there's no way.
You would have
Well,
been getting
there's no
Anakin
way
saber
that
thrown fire support
a
turn
double,
one.
a beefed up, a beef 2 unit or like a beefed up clone trooper unit, reinforced and fire supporting. I mean, that's just stupid. That would be the fastest way for people to quit the game. I mean, I don't
Anakin
think
saber
we'd get many
throw
to play.
off a double clone Z6.
A double, Jesus,
with his poop hip with the extra dice.
Well, I mean, theoretically, you wouldn't have the double squad, but still,
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
normally you can see it coming
Yeah.
or know you're moving
Mhm.
into it. But
Yeah. And then old fire support in the new rules would have been just, or I'm sorry, old standby. Where
Yeah.
you could shoot at anything. I mean,
Hmm.
FDs would just be crazy good.
I would have been insufferable.
Mark 2s would have been amazing, just sitting on points and just mowing down anything that came. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we're all kind of upset because it feels like we got half a game or 60% of the game from what they said on stream, I guess. So I'm just hoping April is going to be better.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if they could have done this differently.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's,
I
there's
don't
not
know
a right
how
answer.
the supply chain works for them.
Yeah.
But
that seems like it's been a pain point for multiple years now, is that the lead times comboed with all the production stuff seems like it's
it always seems slow around this time of year too.
yeah. And then
Unless
yeah,
you're Shatterpoint.
Well, like
year.
also too, like they're switching over to hard plastics as well. So like they're changing their whole production process. You
right,
know?
but some of the stuff
So-
was already hard plastic.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You're right. You're right.
So like the ones they're changing and those units that come inside the Battle Force boxes, right? Because I mean, like 501st, like there's like phase 1s and phase 2s aren't even a thing anymore.
mm-hmm.
So I don't
I
know
mean,
how that box will even be the same at this point. But
I mean, I think it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because like if they would have waited 2 more years to be like, okay, here's a brand new game with all the units updated, new art, and all the models you could want.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't get anything until 2026.
Yeah.
There would have been a camp of people that would be like, well, why can't you just release the new units and I'll play with what I have instead of playing all this? I mean, so it's like, there's no way for them to make everyone happy. I think everyone is
Yeah.
just kind of looking for something to complain because the whole game isn't out. So a lot of people feel that like, oh, A, they can't buy the new stuff because it's not available or the stuff that's good,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and B, the stuff that they do have doesn't feel good because it doesn't fit like it was designed for 2.6. It's still living in the past. So we're just in this weird like intercession period where like we're still trying to be competitive, but with stuff that wasn't designed for this game.
Yeah, I think we're kind of in the wilderness a little bit, and then there hasn't really been, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. You know, the circuit has been changed to where it's less competitive. There hasn't been an OP kit release in over a year at this point, right? I think the last one was the Mando one, or no, it was the Papley's Wild Ride. Either one of those two is the last one. It's been a while, so yeah, I think I'd like something. I don't know. Something's probably not coming till Adepticon, so I think we're kind of just where we're at.
It also
So-
feels bad that the Sword Championship has all those alt art cards, and they're all like worthless now, like the OB and the Grievous and
Yeah.
Commander Luke. That we all have like a million of.
I guess some of them are still like Ahsoka still works
Yeah,
for now.
For now.
But yeah, to your point, Matt, about the Commandos, like that one probably surprises me the most because that was last summer, and I'm hoping that it's not at Adepticon where we'll start seeing restock because they put the dice packs out with the new packaging,
Mm-hmm.
so there is a willingness to start putting it out while old stuff is still out there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think you've committed to releasing stuff as you go to a point, since you so I think you need to stay the course. And so if something's available, you need to put it out.
Yeah. Don't hold it back.
Yeah. Not that they're asking for our opinion, but I think people are really, looking for that. And I don't know if that's a thing they could do if they like finished a new unit, maybe, put it out there, but definitely would like to see some new product. I think Clone Commander's probably sold really well, and they probably ran out of stock, and they're probably not making any stock. So, yeah,
Got to get these new boxes up and running.
Yeah. And I guess on that note, the art is growing on me. I'm seeing it more. The Legion logo art. I'm starting to these new boxes, the Crab Droid and the Aqua Droid. I'm digging it now. I think it's the inclusion of like art on the box that kind of improved it for me. Where like the old Legion was like the clean white and black, and then like a black background picture of the units. This is kind of like more art-y, and it's kind of it's growing.
The action shot.
Yeah, so that's not really here or there, but yeah, those also got announced. So I'm into that. Just anything you've got, let it out, because I think
I feel like it's also a hard sell to try to get new players into the game too, and it's like, oh yeah, what are you playing? Oh, cool. And it's like, is this Star Wars? It's like, yeah, we just had a new edition, but only half the units got updated, and the rest is going to come out in April. And they're like, oh, okay, well, what about this, and this? And they're like, well, this is good and this is good, but like these units haven't been touched yet because. So it's like a tricky spot. And then on top of all that,
Go
you have
print
to
the
explain to
rules.
them the rules changed. They're all new missions. Half the units got update that feel good in the game. Oh, by the way, you can't get any of those units because there's nothing available. So like what I've been telling people is, the Battle Force boxes are still the best bang for your buck
If you can find it.
if you can find them.
Mhm.
But at this point, you need to buy 2 or 3 to get all the units that you need now, or all the models you need at least.
The sales are coming up though, and those core boxes, if you can find someone to split 1 or even 2 of them with, I've seen them go as low as 60 to 70.
Yeah, great value.
That's
even
insane.
them at
If you can
MSRP
split
is
it.
still great value.
Yeah.
Buy 2, and split it with your buddy. It's a great way to get in the game. It comes with everything you need. So,
except the missions.
And the
except
rules.
the missions, yeah.
The
But you could just print
that
those,
rule
so.
book was already like so dated.
It was
that rule book is don't listen to that rule
I
book.
think we're at the point where if you're trying to play tournaments with Legion, that you have to hopefully you find a community, because otherwise you're going to need some direction.
Mhm.
I think it'd be pretty difficult if you're just a dude who or non-dude who walked into a game store and saw Legion and wanted to get started. It might be a tough path if you're trying to, or you'd probably be pretty confused if you showed up to an event with reading what's in the box.
Yeah.
Because but
what's backup?
So I guess that would make me think that a new core set would be a big priority.
Yeah, they haven't officially announced the core set, have they? The new one?
No, not yet.
But that would be a huge.
The writing's kind of all
the writing's
over the
on
wall.
the wall, yeah.
Core set or equivalent is critical.
I mean, a new Essentials kit would be nice that has all the missions and dice and stuff like that. So
I'm thinking new core set links to all the correct things, at least the correct publisher.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know. I think basically what we're trying to say is that we wish it could have been handled a little better on a more compressed timeline. Whether they could have done that or not, we don't actually know. Like, it feels bad. I don't want to give them too hard of a time about it. Like, hopefully it all pays off here as we enter the spring and the summer.
Like we've talked about before, it felt like this is like the first time that they are putting out things that they have wanted to do, like AMG. Like this feels all AMG. With everything in the past since they took over stewardship of the game has been FFG has had some of their tendrils still in some of this stuff. And now it's like, okay, we did a holistic refresh. Like that to me says, okay, this is AMG's game now. No more FFG. This is nothing. We're redoing everything. The art, the rules, the missions. Like this is completely our game now. And so like, but with them doing this, like they're still going through these growing pains of not having that they could go back on, that all the stuff that FFG had set up for them to kind of like, okay, we're going to give you stewardship of this game now, but we've planned out your next 3 years. All you got to do is just put out these products. No big deal. And so now they're like, oh crap, that ran out. Now we have to actually do stuff. And I feel like they're going through growing pains and figuring out what works best for them and what good timeline they have. Which is why I'm so like a huge thing on the biannual updates. I think that's huge, and I wish I would have done that years ago. Just kind of let us know like what's going on. Like just being in touch with your consumer base is such a huge deal in war games. Like
I can kind of see why they didn't though, because we're sitting here like, man, this year's a long time to wait. And if we had officially heard a year earlier that, hey, there's a new version coming.
Yeah.
Well, why are we playing this?
Yeah.
You know?
So my kind of positive spin is I look at the other games. I look at MCP and I look at Shatterpoint. They have tons of releases and they seem pretty consistent. And it seems like they're really on top of the production side of those games. And I think that's where they're trying to go. I just think that it might take a little bit to get there. So I hope they can get there because that, you know, I see what the Lord AMG has done for them, and I want that for me. I see all these things in Shatterpoint, and I just get so jealous because they're so cool. Or I see MCP, and there's like everything that's Marvel, I feel like is out or coming out for like, they're doing X-Men, they're doing Marvel, they've redone all the stuff. It's just,
I don't think they've done Fantastic Four, but I guess I know why now. I'm sure they're going to be coming.
I'm sure that movie
comes out.
It's coming.
Yeah, I'm sure FFG was or whoever.
Marvel's like, hey, we got a movie coming.
They're like, hey,
you need to hold your horses.
Yeah, chill.
Yeah. But it's just all this cool stuff. Like,
we know it's there. We know it's there. So
Disney, we need some good Star Wars movies and shows to
that's really
invigorate some units.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, let's hope Skeleton Crew comes out. They won't make it, unfortunately. But I did see an interview the other day with Will Pagani on, I think That's No Moon podcast, and they were talking maybe everything's on the table. So anything Star Wars is on the table is what they said. So,
give me Old Republic, or maybe some more Merc factions.
Yes.
For stuff.
Merc factions. I hope they go to the past and not the future. That's my only request.
Give me
more mercenaries and go into the past. Don't go forward.
Well, I think they might go forward at some point. We'll see.
I think they will too. That's what I'm really worried about.
I really think I
feel like a Mando Battle Force would be so cool. I feel like people would love it.
Dude, I'm all on board on a Camino invasion battle force with Grievous and Asajj and Aqua Droids, and then like a Camino defense battle force with like Anakin and Ahsoka and Echo and Fives as ARC troopers. And then a Mando battle force, of course.
Say what you will about Book of Boba. I still think that would be a good battle force with Boba, Din. Give me a Fennec Shand.
Oh yeah,
you could use Rebel Pathfinders as the Freetown people, and then swoop bikes. Right, that would be a fun one. And then give me some pikes with Cad Bane, and give me those cool Scorpion droids with the shields.
Those giant cool droids were. Yeah.
Well, you don't want the integrated. Whatever, the biker gang, whatever they're called.
I said swoop bikes.
No.
Oh, you mean the sleeper cell?
Is that what? Oh, yeah, the sleeper cell guy. Yeah.
I mean, just let me use them. Like most of that force could just be made up of units that already exist.
Sure.
Yeah, you could change the stat block on
No, I
Rogue
agree.
Troopers
I
or
think that would be great
Pathfinders.
too.
Yeah. There's plenty of content. I don't think the content potential is the issue. I think they just need to get their production stuff sorted and get it. And I mean, I'm assuming they're trying to do that right now. It's just, it seems like the lead time is long enough that it might take a little bit for
I
that.
definitely believe they want product out to be that can be sold.
Yeah.
So, no, we believe.
When it comes down to it, they are a company that makes money from us. So, and if they don't have any product, they don't make any money. So,
yeah, they're definitely working on it. I know we're just on the outside.
And they kept saying that 2025 is going to be a big year. So we're going through all this pain right now. 2025 is just around the corner. So I'm sure they're working on all this stuff behind the scenes, and maybe they're going to have some glorious announcements for us in the beginning in Q1 of 2025. So
yeah, I'm hoping we'll be here. On holidays, don't expect anything from now till the end of the year.
No.
I think they kind of slow it down.
We got our update, and we got the update at the beginning of November, and that's it. So
I think that's it. Yeah,
we won't hear from them until next year.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of pain,
I was like, we're so close.
I know, we were so close. I just started thinking about it.
And exciting things next year. There was a tease about mounted units, and Mr. Han Solo and Luke Skywalker are riding Tauntauns. So let's look at the Tauntauns we have currently.
Oh God. Okay. I used to play Tauntauns.
We're looking at 5 keywords on this Legion key quiz for Tauntaun Riders. 5 keywords. This card is not changed.
Okay.
In 2.6.
Good to know. They have Agile 1.
They do have Agile 1.
They have Relentless.
They do have Relentless.
They have Sharp 1.
They have Sharp 1. Woo!
They have Reposition.
They have Reposition.
We got one more.
I have one more.
I don't know if you guys will get this one.
Can I phone a friend? Is there a hint? Is
it climbing vehicle?
No, they're not a vehicle.
No, they can't climb.
Or climb.
Everyone has climb if you're not a vehicle.
Yeah, okay,
right?
okay.
Or not. I guess Notch doesn't, but
they don't have scale, do they?
It is movement related.
Is it scale?
No.
Movement.
If Tons could go up height too, that would be ridiculous.
They don't have speed.
That would be like some mountain goat stuff going
they're
on.
vaguely goat-like.
Yeah.
It's not speeder, is it?
It's a creature trooper. It's a creature trooper. Movement related. Mitchem, let it bounce around in the dome a couple times before we just throw it out there. I don't know. Movement related.
I said reposition. I thought that was the movement related one.
What's the countdown?
What's the
10?
It's not
unhindered. What's the?
That's
unhindered?
it.
Oh,
Unhindered. You got
what
it.
I was thinking of.
You got it.
Yes.
Unhindered.
That's what I was thinking of.
Who else has unhindered? I don't feel like I don't see this keyword a lot. It's typically just scale.
It's environmental gear. I was like, what is the keyword on environmental gear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because most people have. Yeah, you're right. Most people have scale, and they've nerfed
or jump. Yeah,
or the expert climber and unhindered have been merged into the pile of garbage that is now scale.
Yeah,
I'm an angry Wookiee player, but yeah, look at that, Mitchum. What's the bonus round? What's the bonus round?
You guys tauntauned that tauntaun.
Is there a bonus?
I know
round?
their weapon profile.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
I think so.
Well, you said you knew it, so do you?
Well, their gun is range 2, and it's 2 red.
Uh-huh.
And then their melee is ram 1, and I think it's 2 black and a white.
Yeah, look at you.
Whoa.
And they surge to hit.
Whoa.
What gear slots do they have?
Okay, I know they have a comm slot. And then they have
a training slot because
have a
situational
training
awareness was
slot.
specifically nerfed because of them.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Well,
That's
look
it.
at
Good
that.
job.
Look
Well,
at
they
that.
90
have
points?
Slain the quiz.
I don't know what they're worth now. Did they go down?
Yeah, 95. They're 95.
95.
They're
I think it's
speed
a
3,
little-
so they had to go up 5 points, remember?
That's
Oh.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
I have played Tauntauns against Tauntauns in 2.6, and their problem was they got too close to the Wookiees. And
I need to give me a couple more boxes of Tauntauns. I need to run some Quad Taunts. There's just so much I can run in Rebels. I just don't know what to do.
Rebels are so weird because it's like they're the only faction that doesn't have. I mean, sorry, Shadow Collective. They're the only faction that doesn't have a rocket launcher. They have the ion gun instead of the rocket launcher. Empire's a rocket launcher, droids have a rocket launcher, clones have a rocket launcher. And then they don't have like a, I mean, again,
a ranged impact
sorry,
gun?
mercenaries. They don't have a speeder like the other ones do. They have Tauntauns.
Yeah.
So it's kind of.
Mercenaries have a speeder.
I'm talking, I know, but I'm talking about in Rebels.
A designated.
Yeah. You could take them in Rebels, but.
They have
Really,
swoops.
the only vehicle they have is the ATRT and the bus.
And the speeder, the X-34 land speeder.
And
the
the
land
air speeder.
Air speeder.
Oh, the air speeder. Yeah.
They've got weird vehicles though.
Yeah, they do have.
They don't have the snow speeder is their heavy.
Yeah.
They don't have a tank. Like
Well,
everybody else does.
They got the bus.
It's the bus.
That thing is a
though.
tank.
I mean, the way people complain about shooting at it, it feels like it's a tank.
Especially with the shields.
I complain about shooting at it because it's like 100 points, and it's like that. When it's like if I want that, I have to pay like 200 points.
No, it's like 60 points. So.
Well, it's because it can't shoot very good.
It shoots better now, though.
It
does.
Yeah,
Yep.
it does.
Okay.
It does.
Better luck next time, Randy, on your quiz.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm so happy. You guys do this every time.
You just want to embarrass us for views.
Ace it. I'm surprised you guys haven't flipped it on me yet.
Well, that requires effort.
You see, he's staying away from the whole Gar faction pretty much though, because he knows we'll dominate him.
I need like a sad kazoo sound so I can play my sound, so I can reverse quiz, like and then like
just get a Uno deck next time and just pull out the reverse card.
Yeah, cool.
No, I've just been cycling through the factions.
Yeah, that's true.
I know it feels like I've quizzed you 1,000 times, but this is only like the 6th one.
Goodness, man.
But
I feel like I'm back in my exam room and taking my 8-hour test. I'm more stressed out then than doing that thing.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I think we'll kind of wrap it up here. Some small announcements. Not this episode, but next episode, which will be December 16th. That's going to be our last Legion cast for the year. We'll be back early January. We just need time to hobby and work on some other stuff, and honestly do some other things for the podcast and the channel and stuff. I just need some time to like art things and things like that.
A holistic refresh, if you will.
No, it's not going to be that intense.
No, okay, man, not that bad.
But we will have a special episode for y'all next episode, so be looking out for that for sure. And then just because we won't have an episode doesn't mean we won't be posting some other little things here and there. So definitely make sure you're liked and subscribed to keep up with us. And
we hit 200. So
we're over 200.
Yeah,
we are.
So
yeah.
I feel that a new giveaway will be on the horizon. So
just like that Mariah Carey music you hear echoing in your head. It's coming.
The X and 1, the legendary X and 1.
Yeah.
Giveaway.
Yeah. Very cool. Any other things you guys wanted to mention?
Look forward to building this.
Our
Fluttercraft.
next local tournament is December 14th at Game HQ. Be there, be square. And then we'll be done for the year. So, yeah.
Sweet. excited for a new year of Legion.
2025 is going to be a big year for
Yep.
our local community and AMG. So,
Yep.
a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipe.
Yep, ready to go. I got a lot of stuff on my Christmas list for Legion, so we'll see what arrives. See what Legion Santa thinks about my request.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna get hobbying. I got these seven more minis to knock out for sure.
Yep.
But oh wait, Matt. No, we'll wait. I know you have a belt to show off at some point.
I do. I have proofs.
Design,
I don't have a belt yet. Yeah.
But
LVO Invitational belt.
I might let you and LJ do a little something for that together.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
exciting.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging with us. We love hearing from you guys. Please hit us up at Mitchem. Tell him what he's doing wrong. He loves to hear that.
I do. I really do.
But as always, X&O is just a product restock away.
Yep.
Later.